Feel free to explore the observation deck and select the buttons to discover the location of key film studio buildings. As production increased at Babelsberg, space for all the different functions to support filmmaking was squeezed. UFA gradually bought parcels of land from neighbouring properties and used the space for additional facilities. For example, in 1924 there were 35 buildings on the site. By 1937 this increased to 55, and by 1941 it had reached 70. As you look around from this observation deck, you'll see the backlots, complete with some of the outdoor sets. After this, you can see the original administration department, which was the oldest building on the site, built at the end of the 19th century as a factory for artificial flowers. Next comes the original film development and copying building, followed by the canteen. After that, you'll see one of the workshops where sets and props were built from wood, metal and other materials. The main entrance you'll see here is the original one on Großbärenstraße. In 1937, a new one was built on Böckmannstraße. The Film Academy, UFA's training studio, was actually built in 1940 and was the only structure erected as part of the planned film city to rival Hollywood. Next comes the large hall, built in 1926 during the silent era. It is now called the Marlene Dietrich Halle. Between this building and the Turmkreuz is the main prop store on the site, although several others were built to cope with additional props. Finally, we reach the Turmkreuz, Germany's first sound film studio. You can also visit the Turmkreuz yourself by taking the lift down and following the arrows on the floor. We are inside the Turmkreuz, Germany's first sound film studio. Please feel free to explore the space. It's 1933 and we have arrived on the set of a musical comedy entitled Victor and Victoria. The film's two stars are Renate Müller and Hermann Timmich. It's directed by Reinhold Schünzel, one of UFA's star directors. Designed by German architect Otto Kurz, the building was constructed in 1929 using state-of-the-art soundproofing materials. Its cruciform shape has given it the name Turmkreuz, which translates literally as a sound cross. The building has 4 studios, 2 larger studios measuring 30 by 20 metres and 2 smaller studios measuring 25 by 18. They are arranged around a central core housing the Klangfilm recording technology on a specially constructed concrete base to reduce vibrations. The sound engineer worked in a room which overlooked each studio and enabled contact with the film director. Turn around and look at the wall behind you to see this window, and when you go upstairs, you'll be able to look into this so-called listening room. Can you see the curved construction to the right of the large door? This is the carrier ventilation system, essential to refresh the air quality and reduce the excessive heat that was produced by the studio's many lights. The long drapes along the walls were used to adjust the tonal quality of the sound. The large floor lights are made by the Weinert Company of Berlin. The camera they are using is a Super Parvo made by the French company Debris. Please click on the Sound Engineer button and follow the arrows on the floor to find out more about sound production. You are in the listening room. Please feel free to explore the space or press the button to return to the stage. Please click on the Actors button and follow the arrows on the floor to find out more about the dressing rooms in the Tonkreuz. You are in the dressing room. Please feel free to explore the space or press the button to return to the stage. This concludes the Babelsberg VR experience. Please feel free to continue exploring the space or press the button to return to the lobby.